What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling fantastic today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, what I do in this channel are tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old moon. And depending on what phase she's in, what sign she's in, whether she's going void of course, just all those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be awesome, Cancer. Now, let's get into it. Your space has been cleansed. It's a gem party over here because I got a whole bunch of good buddy of mine got me a bunch of gems, and I'm just like the energy is just like through the roof right now. But the moon is in Virgo right now, and but she's getting ready to, or she's in her last quarter phase right now. So with the moon being in the last quarter, this is a period of time of letting go, kind of tearing down any old structures or establishments, and making way for some new ones, breathing some freshness into our worlds here. And I'll be pulling 3 cards with that and doing clarifiers, and of course a good old surprise card, Cancer, so don't panic. And in case y'all were curious, I'm using the Dreamy Moons Tarot deck. This is a Chariot Friends exclusive, and I have a link for this one and other decks that I like using in the description box below, so check that out if you see something you like, Cancer. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to be what to accept. So, higher self, what should Cancer accept at this time? We're getting towards the end of this lunar cycle here. Let's see what Cancer should be accepting at this time. What's going on here? Yeah? Okay. Nice, Cancer. Look at that. 10 of Cups. And I'm absolutely 10 of Cups. I feel like if whatever we've been working on, during whatever we set out during this lunar phase, or even if we had something prior to, even further back, I feel like as long as this thing is if it's getting you this fulfillment here, where every day we're looking up and it's just like we see rainbows all over the place, where we're grateful, we appreciate our family, our friends, just our environment, it gives you just that sense of just like, oh, yes, then I say absolutely accept that, Cancer. And if it's something that you haven't been feeling, Cancer, if there's still been like this resistance, because I know the energy has been like really kind of ramping up here. And so maybe for some of us, we're like, well, crap, Justin, when is my thing coming? You keep talking about this, and it's just like, be patient, Cancer. And I know that can be irritating sometimes, because it's just like, who doesn't want this, and want it right now? But we all have a journey that we need to take, and don't compare yourself to others, and show yourself some compassion. If you're taking steps towards this thing, you've leveled up, and it's just remembering that in each moment when we're feeling down, like, hey, 10 of Cups, that's what we're working towards here. But let's get a little clarification on that. Higher self, can we get a clarifier on the 10 of Cups, please? Let's get one more on that there. Oh, okay. Nice. Knight of Crystals here, Cancer. So I feel like when I was talking about, for those of you who, if maybe we haven't been feeling this thing, I feel like it's about just kind of doing that, just kind of really doing that soul searching and asking yourself, what is it that I want in life, and then start making space for that. Because I feel like with this Knight of Crystals here, it's like once we start seeing the things that aren't working in our realm, that are kind of lowering our vibration, start to take action, but keep in mind too, I feel like something to do with this Knight of Crystals here, so we can keep our direction and get all the wisdom that we can from this journey. Keep this in mind here. Instead of like trying to work your dream into your life here, see, as your situation permits, Cancer, see if we can find a way to build our life around this thing instead. Let this be your focus here, and then just kind of watch how everything else just sort of falls into place around you, Cancer. Your environment will start matching this vibration here, because this is what you want. And now that you've gotten that clarity, you can go out and get it. And then especially too with this energy right now, with us being with this Virgo energy, figure out what that is or kind of looks like, or even if like, and I'm not saying like you have to have it figured out like right now, but maybe make a list of some things that might even interest you, that can even get you towards that direction, and then start making a list. How do we take steps to get there, Cancer? So take that as it resonates. But let's go ahead and get to your second card here, which is going to be what you should forgive at this time, because like I said, this can be a tough journey, and we want to make sure we're showing ourselves some compassion along the way. Because you know what? You are further along than you were when we started this thing, and that's worthy of applause, Cancer. But higher self, what is it that Cancer should forgive at this time? What are some things that Cancer should let go and just show some compassion for themselves? Let's see. Okay, you got the Two of Stars here. And so I feel like it was kind of like what I was talking about with this thing here. Maybe we're trying to find that, forgive yourself that we haven't found that balance yet. Maybe maybe we haven't found a way to get our Ten of Cups to where that's the focus here. We're still kind of focused on our everyday responsibilities, the things you have to do, as opposed to the things you want to do. And I feel like, forgive yourself if you haven't found that balance yet, because the fact that, again, that you're thinking about it, that is progress in itself. And if you've been feeling kind of in a rut here lately, Cancer, let's switch some things up a little bit. Just like little minor tweaks. That's the thing about life. We make progress, and then we hit our next hurdle, and then we adjust. We clear that one, repeat. And then that's how growth happens. But let's get a little clarification on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Two of Stars, please? Yeah, let's get a little bit more on that, because it's tough trying to find that balance with that. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you got the Ten of Wands here, and I get it. The Ten of Wands is about, you've been feeling like this thing has been a burden, and I don't mean like your project per se, just like finding that balance, that fulfillment. This has been just like it's just been a constant, just like an uphill battle, and then you got a box of rocks on your back on top of that. And I feel like now it's just kind of forgiving you, like really kind of, how do I want to put this? We've accumulated these wands, along our journey here, really been trying at it. And if you've noticed that there are some things here that are really weighing you down, that are really just kind of, it's one thing to put in work for your journey, because that's always going to happen. But if this thing is getting overbearing, where we're just like, it's just gotten us where we're just burnt out, it may be time to figure out, maybe we're taking on too much, maybe that's, something too with this energy, because I've been talking about how the things are ramping up. We're just trying to do all the things, and it may be time just to kind of, not even necessarily just like I'm saying abandon some things, Cancer, but maybe shelve some things, figure out your limitations here, and then I feel like everything it'll just start naturally getting back to this adjustment phase here, where we're finding that harmony, Cancer. So this is a tough combination here, but it's stay strong, Cancer. Keep eyes on the prize. That's eyes on the prize. But let's get to your last card here, which is going to be what to learn at this time. So, higher self, what is it that Cancer can learn from this situation? What is some wisdom that Cancer can get from this situation here? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You got the Ten of Crystals here. And so I feel like with this, maybe for some of us, we've been feeling like this is just like, we're at like rock bottom here. We're just like, man, like everyone, because I'm assuming like I might not be the only, tarot person that you're watching. Maybe you're getting, you might take watch some other people as well. And, if there have been like similar messages of like, rising to the occasion, embracing that energy, and if we're not there, that can get us, feeling some kind of way. And then we get in this defeatist mentality here. And then it gets to this place where it's just like, it's the end of the world and I'm not sure what to do. But Cancer, check it out. The sun is still rising, This feeling here is temporary, and And it's going to be tough, but it's going to start with that mental shift here. Because the nice thing about this thing, because this is the ten of swords in traditional tarot, you know, there's not an 11 of crystals. You know, we may be feeling at our lowest right now, but we can only go up from there, Cancer. But let's go ahead and get let's bring it home here. Higher self, can we clarify the 10 of crystals here? Let's just get a little bit more on that. Oh, yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. 8 of Cups here, Cancer. I feel like, yeah, the theme here, and how appropriate of you, but again, I'm not, let's switch back over, because I'm not even surprised that you did this, Cancer. Because I was just going to say, it's about letting go. And that's what this moon phase is all about. You know, finding those things. I feel like, again, especially with this 10 of Wands here, you know, finding those things that are bringing us down, and put them to the side for right now, and then forgive yourself. Because this is, if you know, however this is embodying, you know, if we're feeling bad about decisions, or we feel like we're not, that we could do more, that we're not, you know, that we're not enough, you know, you are, you know, you absolutely are. And it's about letting some of those old ways of thinking go, and old ways of doing things go, so that, because you'll be impressed once you start allowing that space. The universe will fill that void up. You know, it's going to, because now you're putting in doing that shadow work. You know, we're doing that deep dive here. You know, we're finding out what's the source of this 10 of crystals here. Let's let some things go. Let's learn from the past. Let's get the wisdom here, because that's how we do it, Cancer. We learn from our mistakes here, then that's how we navigate through the present. So, yeah, stay patient, Cancer. It's fulfillment is coming. It absolutely is coming. So I'll leave that there. A little somber here, but it's to be expected with letting things go. You know, that's sometimes that can be hard, but it's necessary for the growth, Cancer. But if you like that, let's hit that thumbs up button. Do all the YouTube things, you know, share. If you know someone who may be going through this thing, got cancer in their placement, you know, share the love, Cancer. Let's raise that vibration. And hit that subscription button, get that bell thing to let you know that I've uploaded a video. I need to get more tech savvy. Follow me on Facebook. I've updated that thing, so it's just all kind of freshness. I'm getting savvy there. And then last thing, check out my other channel, Alchemist 8. You know, check your. I'm assuming you check your sun if we're here, Cancer. But if you haven't checked your sun, check your moon, check your rising, and then once you get a bigger picture of yourself, check out those other channels. I do all the other signs weekly, cover different, do different monthly things. I'm kind of switching things up there. So yeah, check that out, Cancer. But let's go ahead and get your surprise card so I can get you out of here. Nice. 3 of Wands, Cancer. And this is let's bring it home, because this is you're on this journey. We've started here, and you got some of my heaviest mindful cards in the deck, so, you know, out of the decks here, you know, 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. So I get it. You know, we're for some of us, we're in it right now. We're really, the transformation is happening, you know, but it's about keeping that momentum. You know, you've started this thing, you know, we're in it, you know, and it's only a matter of time, Cancer. Just like how we started at the beginning, because that's what the Knight of Crystals does. When met with adversity, we get eyes on it. We get a game plan. We channel this Virgo energy from the moon here, and we take action. You know, we get these things done so that we can ultimately get to our 10 of Cups here, Cancer. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it there. Stay safe out there. Keep eyes on the moon, and I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.